Daughter informed me that she didn't want me at her wedding because her fiancé's family felt I didn't appear wealthy enough. So I happily stayed away. However, they were unaware that I was the one who secured the venue for them, so I sent a letter delivering this unfortunate news instead. Hello, Reddit. This is my first time posting here since I need some help, and it's a bit urgent. This matter is too personal to share with my friends, so I'm posting it here. I, 52, male, have been a single father to my daughter, 25, female, and have raised her on my own since she was born. My wife unfortunately passed away while I was pregnant with her. She had an aneurysm in her sleep, and by the time I woke up, she was gone. Since then, I have raised my daughter on my own and have honestly sacrificed a lot, something that other single parents can also attest to. I'm not saying that she owes anything to me because I'm her father, but a little appreciation would be nice. Unfortunately, she ended up telling me that she did not want me to attend her wedding a couple of days ago because, apparently, according to her fiancé and his family, I did not look like I was rich enough to fit in with the kind of people that would be present there. That was incredibly hurtful, so I did something really underhanded as well. That's really not in my nature, but I just couldn't help myself. All of this started 2 years ago when she first started dating Steve. She met him through friends, from what I know, and he belongs to quite a wealthy family. His parents own one of the top real estate firms in the state, and they are pretty much rolling in money. He looks the part as well, always dressed in luxury brands from head to toe, and he owns 3 cars himself. In comparison, I obviously look like a peasant since I'm just an economics professor in college. I do make a decent amount of money, and it has been good enough for me and my daughter. That's how I've been able to pay all the bills and the rent and afford to be able to raise her single-handedly for the past 25 years. At least it used to be good enough for us until she started dating Steve, and then things started changing and getting weird between us. Just for the record, I never had a problem with her relationship with Steve or him as a person until recently. Even though after the first time we met, my daughter called me up later on to tell me that I needed to start changing certain things about my house so that it looked better. She had said that the fact that most of the furniture in my house looked really old was pretty embarrassing for her since she had been to Steve's parents' mansion, and it was crazy how beautiful and shiny everything was. She wanted me to at least put an effort into making my home look better. We had a fight after the first meeting because I did not think that there was anything wrong with the way my house looked. The fact that certain things were really old just meant that they had character. I did not want a shiny, glamorous lifestyle like Steve or his parents because I knew that I could not afford it, and I wanted to live within my means. I was perfectly happy with how my life was and did not have any complaints, so she had no reason to be complaining about it either. Some of the things that she wanted me to replace, like some furniture and stuff, had actually been picked out by my late wife, and I really valued them. We got into a fight back then, and I told her that if she was so embarrassed of me, then maybe she shouldn't have introduced me to her rich boyfriend in the first place. She realized that she was being a jerk and apologized to me later, and we were able to patch things up. But after that, she never brought Steve over to my place, and I only met him a handful of times. I met his parents once when they got engaged, and I attended the party that they threw. Even then, my daughter had a lot to say about the way that I was dressed, and she said that it was an engagement party, so I should have put more effort into how I dressed. But according to me, I was dressed perfectly fine. I'm not stupid. I could tell that her real problem was the fact that I was not dressed in luxury brands and was just wearing things that I could afford, but I guess she was too afraid to say it. Anyway, I tried not to mind that. And even though she had started being very distant from me ever since she had introduced Steve to me, I still tried to keep in touch with her. But then 3 days ago, she visited me and told me that after Steve and his parents had met me at the engagement party, they did not think that I would fit in with the crowd that would be present at their wedding since it would be mostly their friends and other business associates who worked with his parents, but none of her family members. Since Steve's parents were funding most of it, she thought that it would be better for her to respect their wishes. She even said that she would have a private ceremony later on, and I would be invited to that. But for now, she just wanted me to understand where she was coming from because, ultimately, she did not want me to feel out of place. I was very hurt when she said that, and I started crying. But then she got really exasperated and said that there was nothing worth crying over. This was just a fact that I did not look rich enough to fit in there, and she did not want me to embarrass either myself or her. She told me that she had hoped that I would understand, but I was just being selfish by not caring about her image in front of her in-laws. Once I stopped crying, I told her to get out of my house and never come back.